So today we're going to talk about some tips to be a better DIY mechanic. The whole point of being a DIY mechanic is to save money and have some fun. When you're saving money, you don't want to break anything in the process because that'll cost you more money and you might as well have just bought it from a professional. The first tip is to compare your old part to the new part. For example, if you're doing spark plugs on your engine and you pull a specific size out, but your new part is a different size, you have a problem. The new spark plug in this case is longer, and if you put that spark plug into the engine, it will bash into the piston and break it, potentially costing you a new $15,000 to $20,000 engine. This is how a little $40 spark plug change can cost you an entire engine. And if your friend told you, hey, I got you some long throw spark plugs, those are fake. He's lying. Long throw spark plugs do not increase performance. A less severe example involves the fuel filter. When changing a Yamaha fuel filter on a boat, one might assume the part is standard and one size and order it, like I did, only to find that this boat uses the mini version. While it would have been obvious that it was a different part, and it likely wouldn't have broken it would have just leaked, you always have to compare your old part to the new part to make sure that you have the right parts. A final example is the drain and fill washers for the lower unit. On Yamahas, these are normally black. By comparing the new black parts to the old ones that came off the engine, you can ensure they match. Ultimately, this leads to the next important tip. Don't be afraid to reach out to professionals. You could just send a quick email with a picture like I did and say, hey, this is what came off the engine. This is my engine serial number, model number, and year, and I have a part number. Is this correct? Yes or no? And they'll be able to point you in the right direction, which you could see I did that right here. The last person to work on this engine used the wrong parts, and I guess it wasn't a big deal, but a new lower unit could be $5,000 or $3,000. It's always good to check and take advantage of your professionals in the area. The next tip is always use the right tool for the job. I've run into an issue where if you're using the wrong tool, you'll end up breaking things. Let's say you're changing a plastic fuel filter housing on the Yamaha engine and you're trying to use pliers. And there's a tool that's made for Yamaha that you can either find on Amazon or 3D print it that you can use for this to avoid cracking the housing. If you're changing an oil filter, try using the oil filter wrench from Yamaha because it's very compact and it doesn't get in the way. Some of the other oil filter wrenches can get in the way and maybe damage other parts. If you're trying to reach closely into somewhere, don't use needle nose pliers, get long needle nose pliers so it's very easy to grab. Don't try and force anything because anytime I've tried to use the wrong tool, I ended up breaking things. The last tip is to be patient when you're working. You're trading cost for time because if you take it to a mechanic, they can do all these jobs 5 times faster than you, where you're probably going to take the whole day to do it, but you're saving a bunch of money, but you're paying in your time. So you don't want to get into the situation where you work on the engine all day, break something, and then on top of that have to pay a mechanic to come and fix it. So keep that in mind. Now, if you've been working on boats for a while and have some good tricks that you learned along the way, leave a comment below and tell me some of these tricks so then I could be a better mechanic. I'm not a real mechanic, so I usually take the whole day doing this, going slow, making sure I don't mess anything up. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other video where I go over some really helpful tools that I use to work on my boat. Thanks for watching.